Hello my dear subscribers, and a warm welcome to everyone who has just found the channel. I'm really happy you're here today, because in this video we continue building our soft blue miniature furniture collection. And this time we're creating a dressing table that matches the rest of the set. If you've been following this series, you already know how the room is slowly coming together. We've already made the bed, the wardrobe, the dresser, and the bedside table. And today this dressing table adds another layer to the miniature interior. Later we'll also be making a chair to complete the scene. So with each new piece this tiny room becomes more and more alive. I always love this moment in a collection, when furniture stops feeling like separate projects and starts feeling like a real space. It's almost like decorating a full-size room, except everything fits in your hands, and somehow that makes it even more satisfying. Just like the other pieces, this dressing table is made entirely from paper. It may look delicate, but once assembled carefully, it becomes surprisingly sturdy and structured. Paper has this magical ability to transform. At first it's just flat sheets on your desk, and then slowly, it turns into something dimensional, functional, and full of personality. That transformation never stops being fascinating to me. For this project, we'll again need only a few simple tools. You'll need A4 paper with a density of around 160 GSM, so the structure holds its shape well. You'll also need scissors, glue. I personally use silicone-based glue, and an awl or scoring tool for pressing fold lines. These few tools are enough to build the entire piece from start to finish. If you're new to my tutorials, here's a small reminder that really helps improve the final result. After each fold, try to keep your corners close to 90 degrees. Clean angles and straight edges make a big difference in how realistic the miniature looks. It's one of those tiny details that takes just a second, but changes everything visually. This dressing table has a feature that makes it especially fun to build. Part of the tabletop opens, and inside there's a small compartment where you can store miniature accessories, cosmetics, or tiny personal items. When the lid is open, it also reveals a mirror, which adds a lot of character to the piece and makes it feel more functional and lifelike. For the mirror, I designed a printed surface, but there are several easy ways to make it look more realistic. One simple option is to cover it with clear tape. The glossy surface gives it a subtle reflection and makes it look much closer to real glass. Another option is to use aluminum foil or reflective wrapping paper if you have it. Even a small piece can instantly turn the mirror into something much more convincing. If you want to experiment further, there are a few other tricks you can try. Some crafters use thin mirror finish sticker sheets, which are often sold for scrapbooking. Others use the reflective inner side of certain chocolate wrappers, surprisingly effective and very budget-friendly. You can also glue a small piece of glossy photo paper and gently shade it with a soft gradient, so it suggests reflection rather than showing a perfect mirror. Even a tiny piece of transparent plastic from packaging, placed over a reflective surface, can give a realistic depth effect. Miniature crafting is full of these little creative solutions, and sometimes the best materials are the ones already lying around your desk. As you assemble this piece, imagine how it will look once placed into the miniature bedroom together with the other furniture. Perhaps a tiny perfume bottle will sit on top, or a small brush, or a folded note. It's always amazing how even one additional object can turn a miniature into a scene. Suddenly it stops being just furniture and starts telling a story. Of course, dressing tables fit beautifully into dollhouse bedrooms, but like all miniatures, they can be used in many different ways. They can become part of dioramas, storytelling scenes, or photography setups. Some people build entire miniature interiors inside shadow boxes, while others create cozy display corners on shelves or windowsills. These small objects can also be used in stop-motion animation, theatrical miniature sets, or creative installations where each item helps build a visual world. For many people, working on miniatures like this is also a way to slow down and relax. Folding paper, aligning edges, gluing small details, it has a rhythm to it that feels calming. Some viewers tell me they treat these projects almost like art therapy, a moment to step away from busy schedules and just focus on something small and tangible. Even if the finished piece is tiny, the process of making it can feel very grounding. As we continue building, take your time and enjoy each step. Miniature crafting isn't about speed, it's about precision, patience, and that quiet satisfaction when everything finally comes together. And if something doesn't line up perfectly on the first try, that's completely normal. Paper has its own personality. Sometimes it behaves beautifully, and sometimes it reminds you that it, too, has opinions. We've all had that moment when glue dries faster than expected, or a fold decides to go slightly off course. That's just part of the craft. And honestly, those tiny imperfections often make the piece feel more handmade and real. By the time this dressing table joins the rest of the furniture, the miniature room will feel almost complete. And that's one of my favorite parts of working on collections. Watching how each object adds depth and atmosphere. One piece at a time, a whole little world appears on the table in front of you. I hope this project gives you a calm creative moment, a bit of inspiration, and maybe even the beginning of your own miniature interior. Take your time, enjoy the process, and let's keep building this tiny world together.